Yes. Today is another day. We wanna go through some lessons that we are learning and we've continued learning till now. We will talk about the neem plant. The neem plant is a plant that has been there for so long and ages. And we scheduled it today because it's used worldwide. And so many people use it, and some people get toxicity without knowing, thinking that it's the plant, the herbal plant that has given it. We saw last time on introduction, we saw it has some part of insecticides, some antimicrobial in them, and we saw several things that we're going to discuss today in detail. So today, let's talk about the neem plant. The neem plant is the biological name is called Azadirachta indica. Azadirachta indica. Neem is used in Veda and African traditional medicine, including even in Kenya. It contains bioactive chemicals, several bioactive chemicals. We named them yesterday, and today we are continuing to name them. Let me put the picture of the neem plant here so that you can see it. As I talk about the neem plant, you understand what I'm talking. We might be talking on something that we might be talking on something that some people have it, but they don't know it's that thing that they have. So what can we do? We yes, what we can do is relate with the pictures. Let me find if I can get the neem picture itself. The neem picture. Add the neem picture. Neem in Kenya is called mwarubaini, and we saw it's an idiom that it doesn't treat 40 diseases. It's an idiom that it means that it treats so many diseases. You understand? It doesn't produce 40 components for treating 40 diseases. It's a dialect idiom. So don't say that don't ask me about the 40. You put it like this. You see how it is very cute, but it's so bitter. It is so bitter. You can see Ridley already on the chat. I'm seeing Ridley. Welcome, Ridley. That is the neem plant. Whatever you are seeing on my platform there, that is called the neem plant. The neem plant. Kingray is here, Jamaican uncle from the US. Welcome to the platform. Welcome, Kingray. Welcome, Ridley 1963. Yes, today we are talking about the neem. The neem plant is a plant that has been there for so long. In Kenya, everyone knows it. If you say that plant that treats 40 diseases, everyone knows it. It's called. Hope my voice today is good. Hope my voice today is good. It's good, and no one will say, Doc, I didn't hear you say that point. If you have a question, drop it in the platform we discuss. Now, we go through now the neem plant to see what the neem plant is. This one is widely used in Uganda and we have said African traditional medicine. It has active compounds like how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It has like 7 active compounds, including insecticides, antipyretics, anti-inflammatory, and at times anti-malarial, and sodium niobate, which is anti-inflammatory, which is an arthritis drug. Now, the compound, let's go through the compound so that everyone can understand when I will be talking about toxicity of herbal drugs and non-toxic drugs. You know what I mean. So the first compound I'll talk, which is an insecticide, there are some people in Africa. This plant is not only found in Africa, it is even found in the Chinese and Indian places. When you hear about Uveda, you talk about the Indian and the Chinese traditional medicine. So we talk about the first compound, which is azadirachtin. Azadirachtin. Azadirachtin is used as an insecticide. Hmm? It's used as an insecticide. So when you see some people taking it and then they spray around where there's a problem, you Maje B is here. Maje B, have you ever seen that plant that I've put on my platform? If you have ever seen it, please raise your hand. I know. Yesterday, Doreen Small says in Jamaica, they have it. Most of the people in Jamaica have that plant. You've seen it, that one. So if you have it, I know in Africa it's there. Everyone knows it. That's why yesterday I said we call it mwarubaini. I say it treats 40 diseases. Imagine. But I said it's a dialect that idiom that it doesn't treat 40 diseases. It's like meaning it treats many diseases. So we continue here and say the first compound, which is as a dirachtin, a limonoid compound, from the neem seed, the mwarubaini as known in Kenya. The main uses is organic farming, biopesticide, mosquito control. So if you have the mwarubaini, the neem plant around your home, I have in my home in Jamaica. You see, someone has already said he has it in Jamaica. Even Doreen Small said it's in Jamaica. In Kenya, it's so versa. Now, hello, Dr. Ben and everyone. I'm so glad to be back with you all. Welcome, Maje, for so long. You're welcome to the platform. Now, let's say the insecticide. You know the meaning of insecticide. It stops insect feeding from some plants. So when you spray your plants, the liquid part of it, after you've dipped it in some liquid, pounded it, and then it produces the bitter fluid, some insects will not be able to. It is a repellent like the mosquito. Mosquito doesn't like the neem, the mwarubaini. So when you have it and then you spray around your house, mosquitoes will not be around. It is effective against. Now this is for the people who are farmers. Farmers, listen to me carefully. So sometimes I talk to doctors who are farmers. Yeah, doctors who are farmers that time. Now listen to this. Aphids, the what that eats your maize and some plants that you planted. Mosquito larvae, caterpillars, whiteflies, and locusts. It destroys them. So you see, today we are not talking only of the drugs, medical drugs. We are talking even to insecticide. But you know, insecticides are toxic. That's why I'm talking about them. After talking about this, I'll talk about the toxicity of this drug. And that's why sometimes when people take the neem plant, what happens? They start having gastric issues. Gastric issues because of this compound called azadirachtin. So the dosage is very important. Agricultural uses in human birds and benefiting insects is it has been there for so long, and it it is known that our grandfathers and our grandmothers were using it to spray the farms, and it's because now we know of this compound called azadirachtin. Azadirachtin. Let me post it so that you can know the you can know the spelling as azadirachtin, so that you can know the spelling and not to confuse. You can read that one on yourself. I've posted, that is it. So public health, we have said, when you have mosquitoes, you see, mosquitoes are a matter of public health. You take the fluid, you pound the leaves, and then you spray around your house. The mosquitoes, the vector mosquito goes away. So it blocks echidna steroid hormone, preventing the mosquitoes from spreading. See, but medically complementary medicine, it is anti-malarial. It is anti-malarial. So we have, what is making noise? Let me check. So we continue about the our compounds. The first one, the azadirachtin, is, we have said, is an insecticide. So if you have been taking the neem plant without caution, you know now you've been taking even an insecticide. There is the second compound, which is called the nibidine. The nibidine is one of the major biological active compound extracted from the neem oil. The neem oil, it's very bitter. So when you take the neem plant, this is the bitter part of it, nibidine. Neem seeds oil it creates, neem seeds oil and neem kernels. You see, now this is the main antibiotic in that plant, the neem, the mwarubaini. It is the main antibiotic. It is called nibidine. Nibidine is it helps against bacteria that are called streptococcus species, streptococcus staphylococcus, and some gram negative bacteria, sorry about the noise. Support skin infection, dental infection. So when you have some skin infection and dental in your mouth, you are having halitosis. Halitosis is bad smell. Halitosis is bad smell. You take the neem plant, you are taking this compound called nibidine, and nibidine is what kills the bacteria, and even in your mouth. It is also an antifungal. An antifungal, you see, now we are talking about compounds. What is in the neem plant? I want you to understand the neem itself. We are talking about the neem plant. Yes, MaJB. Oh, MaJB is the one who has it. Good. Now we are talking about the neem plant. Now we are breaking it down to what is killing. It is killing the bacteria. So nibidine is a compound in that mwarubaini, the neem plant, that kills the bacteria. And then we have nibin. Nibin is different from nibidine. I'm in the compounds. So nibin is different from nibidine. What does nibin do? Let's see. It's like the paracetamol of before. People that had fever. People that had fever, they usually used it. This is another bioactive compound found in Azadirachta indica. So when I'm talking about Azadirachta indica, nibidine, or mwarubaini, just know I'm talking about that plant that you are seeing on your screen, the cool, cute green tree that you are seeing on my screen there. You see how cute it is, but it is so bitter because of that thing called nibidine. So I'm talking about mwarubaini, that plant that has produced so many antibiotics. So what is nibidine? It's a limonoid compound found in this nibin. So sorry, nibin, the third compound. So it is also an antibiotic that is it works against. It's very nice against gram positive, gram negative. When you study about microbiology and then you go, there are some bacteria called gram negative and some gram positive. So this one works against some gram negative. Gram negative are those that don't retain the ink in there when we are doing the test in their cells. You see, and then we have staphylococcus species, staph aureus, those that have respiratory issues. Nibin is what, when you take the mwarubaini, the neem plant, it kills them and then you feel better. But we have said nibidine is the bitter part of this compound. In traditional use, nibin was used in skin infections, and what else? It was used in skin infections and wound cleaning. Studies suggest that antiviral and active against, it's like an antiviral. It stops replication, but not all viruses. It is under study, under research. So antifungals, we will talk about something called Candida species, Candida albicans, Candida that comes in your mouth sometimes, and the ladies down there, they form some they form some wounds. Candida albicans is the fungal that forms the wound around your mouth. So when it comes to complementary medicine of the past, the complementary medicine, what was happening? Complementary medicine, they used this without knowing, and it worked. They didn't know that they were taking a compound called DB, but it worked. But after some research, it came up at the conventional medicine where we derived the nibin, and that is what when you have you have the problem with Candida albicans, we give you nibin as a compound. You get it? That explains why some antibiotics are very bitter. Why? Because of the bitter part in it, nibidine. Now you know you have antibiotics in your compound, and that is what makes them so bitter. Now we continue by saying this. We continue by saying the anti-inflammatory part in it reduces inflammation in cases of acne, eczema, and gingivitis. Gingivitis is the gingival. Your mouth, your gums has the gingival part, so it reduces the inflammation. When you have problems with your mouth and you're getting chronic inflammation, what happens? You swell. So if you take mwarubaini, it will reduce, or instead you take paracetamol or another brufen, but this produces, they are part of the nibin. So immunomodulatory factor, immunomodulatory, modulating the immune system. You see how things have evolved since then. Pharmacology, these are drugs since the time, and then we discovered, we took and then now we are producing to the conventional medicine the parts, the drugs that are supposed to be used with limited dosage or controlled dosage. But you see, when you take it as a complementary medicine, you will not know the dosage. Please, today, if you have a question, don't stay with it. Ask as we go. Ask as we go. Very nice, very nice. Now we continue. There are several compounds. We said it is called like that in Kenya because it treats several things, but it's ideal that it is not treating 40 diseases. It's because it is known to be treating very many things. Sorry about that. Now the other part we are talking about, the other compound. Remember, this is the which compound? 1, 2, 3, 4. We are at the fourth compound. The first one was Azadirachtin, nibidine, and nibin. Now we are going to gadolinium. You see, these compounds, the names are derived from Indian and the Asian names. Even how they sound, they sound like. So this plant came from those areas, and they are the ones who started using it, and they created the Ayurveda ways of treatment. Ayurveda ways of treatment. When we will start talking about practices in complementary and conventional, you'll know what Ayurveda practice is. There are so many practices in medicine, even conventional medicine, our hospitals, that we do, that people used to practice, and they are practicing even now. Now let's get down to this other compound that we are saying it is called the gadolinium. The gadolinium is a biological active compound in that neem plant, and is one of the components that can treat anti-malaria. It can treat malaria. It's an anti-malarial, and it is under research for cancer treatment. You get it? So it is found in the neem seeds, the neem bark, and the leaves. It is chemically related to nibin and azadirachtin. You get it? It kind of like looks like them, but it treats protozoas like the malaria protozoa. So when you have malaria, you visit Africa, you come to Kenya, and then you visit a part called Kisumu, where there is a malaria. You visit a part called Mombasa, where Plasmodium falciparum malaria is. This is the if you don't have anti-malarial, you can start using this mwarubaini, the neem plant. It will give you gedunin. Gedunin is good when it's treating Plasmodium falciparum. As you go to hospital, I've not said you'd use it and you stay home. No, it's like a first aid of helping you not to deteriorate as you go to visit the doctor to do several tests like the the microscopy to see the falciparum, to see if the falciparum is there, the RDT, random test of the kit, to see if it is positive, so that you be treated. Yeah, so it inhibits heat shock protein in parasites. So if it inhibits some protein in parasites, the parasites will not grow well, they will be weak, and then what will happen? They will die off and then you will be treated. You see, the genuine is a good compound in mwarubaini. It's a good compound in this neem plant, So I've said, if you hear me saying mwarubaini or the neem plant, you just know it's the same thing. You get it? So the indica itself, it is, you see, it has so many compounds, and these compounds are helping. Now we are at the genuine. The genuine induces apoptosis, programmed cell death. Your cells should not live again after 120 days. So there is something called programmed cell death, where they die and others come. If they live more than 120 days, what happens? You can have cancer. So if this genuine provides the programmed cell death, what happens? It inhibits tumor growth pathway. So you cannot get cancer, because cancer cells are the cells that have lived more than the, you will know more about cell death, programmed celling, all those. But this genuine is under research. Some people are using it in leukemia, pancreatic cancer, and breast cancer to see if it can stop or slow, it can slow the cancer cells. So we have said the first one was anti-parasite. This one is also an anti-parasite, and it stops something called trypanosomes, leishmania species. These ones are the tropical diseases. We call them the tropical diseases, and you will know them and you will see them when time comes, and you will learn about the tropical diseases. Are diseases that are found in Africa. Diseases that are found in Africa. We will see how to eliminate them, or live around them, or get immunity around them when the time comes. Now we have talked about the genuine, and we have said the genuine is anti-malarial. And you see, our forefathers knew how to select drugs. They also had their anti-malarials. Very fine, yes. Now we continue to another compound. Which is called quercetin. Now quercetin is antioxidant. Now this is like a nutrition that clears the free radicals. Quercetin. If you find any product that has quercetin in it, know that nutritionally it is helping you for your skin to be supple, your liver to be okay, because when metabolism is occurring in your body from the liver to the kidney. Hello, Dr. Benjamin. Welcome from South Africa. Yes, Beauty is here from South Africa. Yes. Now, welcome to the platform. We are talking about Neem. Do you have Neem in South Africa? Please tell me if the Neem is in South Africa. Beauty, let me know. Now, when you, and I have the picture on the screen, that is the Neem plant. Now, we talk about quercetin. Anything that is an antioxidant helps your body to be strong, because it releases away free radicals and makes your body function well. Fruits are antioxidants. Now we have the neem plant, which is an antioxidant because it has got a product called quercetin and oxidation. We talked about antioxidants. And I want everyone to differentiate between antioxidants, and detoxing. Antioxidant, that one you can help your body do, but detoxing you cannot help your body to do. That is the main function of the liver, by converting lipid soluble things, drugs and food, to water soluble things and free radicals, so that they can be eliminated in your body. You understand? Very clear about that. So don't be lied to with someone that you can detox your body. Just know what you can do is Dorothy, ambia wale huko wangoje kidogo. What you can do is you can only detox, and we have seen quercetin in this our mwarubaini. This quercetin in the neem plant is the main culprit when it comes to anti-oxidation state. You see, now we continue with quercetin. We see what quercetin can do, because this is the compound of the one, two, three, four, five, the fifth compound that is called quercetin. You see, one compound can be doing several things. So when our forefathers called it mwarubaini, which can treat 40 diseases, they were not lying. They were telling us the truth. You see, now we have said it's a flavonoid. Flavonoid are found in fruits, widely found in fruits, vegetables, and medical plants. You get it? Polyphenolic flavonoid. It's poly. When you hear of poly, it contains many vitamins. And naturally, where you can get antioxidants is like onions. So this one, listen carefully. Besides our mwarubaini, which is the neem plant, besides our mwarubaini, this is where you can get some antioxidants. Ladies who are here, listen clearly. Listen so well about this. I know you love your skin and your face. This is where you can get some antioxidants. Onions, apples, kales, berries, grapes, green tea, broccoli, and capers. Very rich source. Capers are very rich source. So if you want your skin to be supple and cute and fine and outshining, always use onions, apples, kales, berries, grapes, green tea, broccoli, and capers. But capers is very, very rich in oxidation. So it removes some things called free radicals that may damage your cells. You get it? So those are the natural things that I've shared. But let's go back to our neem plant, which we are talking about, the quercetin, the real what? The real antioxidant. Now, it neutralizes free radicals, reduces oxidative state, and protects the cell, DNA, and the lipids. You get it? That is where you find your skin and your body feeling shiny and supple. Not dry. When you have just taken a shower and you're dried up, your skin feels like scales. No, you should not be like that. Your skin should be supple. So when you take this neem plant, you should have that quercetin thing in it. It has quercetin, which is a very strong antioxidant. So cells, DNA, and lipids are protected. This is why it is studying. People that are taking this product a glass a week or so, aging goes slowly, because when cell death is activated, bad cells are removed, antioxidation is programmed, and you start having you look younger than your age. Yes, you look younger than your you look younger than your age. You see that when you look younger than your age, life is good. Now, today we will talk only about the components that it has. But tomorrow, what will we talk about? We will talk about what these compounds that I'm talking about today. At least, ladies, today that are here, you know what to do so that your skin can be supple and you can have a nice face, shiny. When you smile, people look at you and they feel great. Now, cardiovascular benefits of the blood vessels, the blood itself. You see, it lowers the blood pressure. Quercetin, when your blood pressure is high, it acts by the endothelial. There are some chemicals that are produced from your blood vessels. The veins and the arteries. Nitric oxide excites constriction. So if you take this quercetin, what happens? It releases, and then you feel your pressure going down. Improves endothelial function. It improves your blood vessel function. You see, by regulating the dilation and constriction, by releasing the antioxidation like nitric oxide. You see, reduces low density lipoprotein. It reduces the bad cholesterol, the LDL in your body. And we talked about the low density lipoprotein. You remember the pathways, how the bad cholesterols are formed and the good cholesterols are formed. You see, it's a very good plant, and that's why it was given a name of being treating how many diseases? 40. But we have said that's a dialect. It's not for real. Antiviral activities. When people had coronaviruses, it was really investigated. It can suppress the virus. You see, it can suppress the virus. And then in dengue fever, the dengue fever is found in West Africa. It has helped so much for if it can stop this S. There is a protein called the S protein in the fifth center of the DNA. It reduces the the protein of the dengue fever, of the dengue virus. So when it stops it, the virus dies off. You see how it works? Those are things that we should learn and learn and learn and know. You should not always avoid and say people that go to herbal medicines, they are called a sangoma. Sangoma from South Africa are the herbalist, the herbalist. I don't know if I'm taking the truth or so. You should not say they are the herbalists. No, these are people who have learned these drugs for so long, and they created a portal for us to investigate and produce more drugs that are used currently conventional. You get it? So we have said influenza. If you have a flu, a viral flu, that is, you see, viral flus come with cough and high fever, which is dry. You take this as you go to hospital. When you get there, you are good. You are examined. You are told go home. You are okay. But you should be examined to know that everything is okay before you go home. It inhibits viral entry. It inhibits viral entry. Before a virus gets to your body or cell, it has to go through some receptors of your cells. It has to go attach to those receptors, and those receptors now will give them a way to go inside the body, inside the cell, to produce more cells that are like the viruses. You get it? Now, it interferes with replication, the multiplication of the enzyme. We will talk about that. We will be talking about viruses. Viruses are very funny things. They don't breed. They only replicate. They multiply. They don't produce. They multiply. You see? Let me see if there is any question as we go on. Yes. Okay. Now let's continue. Anti-cancer research is still going on this substance called the one that we are talking about. It is still going on. The quercetin is really a vibrant component in this neem plant. So for medical use, it has no standard pharmaceutical drug that has been produced, but it is still under investigation about what I've told you. There are dietary supplements, herbal formulation, common for boosting immunity, allergy support, and anti-inflammatory support. For bioavailability issue, you see, bioavailability means how long a drug can stay in your body before being removed from the kidney and the liver. That one, it has low oral bioavailability. When you take it, maybe after 10-20 minutes, it's out. Yeah? And there are some solutions that are used that we'll talk about, but quercetin is a very nice compound that we get it from this mwarubaini. You see, there are some cautions may interact with when you take this. Please, when you take the neem plant and you are on and when you are on antibiotics that you have been given by the doctor, please be careful, so that because they interact with some antibiotics, some blood thinners and chemotherapy drugs. You get it? But let me tell you, in this plant, which is the neem plant, the mwarubaini, quercetin is the main product that helps your cells and your body, a very strong antioxidant and strong anti-inflammatory. So if you are having something called genetic rheumatic factor positive arthritis, you should be taking a glass a week or twice, so that it can reduce you from getting inflammation. You get it? The neem plant. Now we go to the last one, which is sodium nibidate. Sodium nibidate. You see, this is the last compound that this plant has, sodium nibidate. Studies for anti-inflammation and what else? Anti-inflammation and arthritis effects. Very important. Very important. So a salt form of nibidine. It's like a salt. So in nibidine, it produces this salt. After you derive nibidine, you get this salt after you produced it. It is like anti-inflammatory. You get it? An anti-inflammatory. So what does it use? Treating nibidine with sodium to improve solubility. It was developed due to solubility. When you take nibidine and then you add this, it dissolves faster and your absorbs are faster in your body. You get it? So it is an antibacterial also against streptococcus, staphylococcus, and gram negative, used as an anti-inflammatory. Now we have introduced the compounds of this mwarubaini. You have seen how they are, and we will see from tomorrow. Now that we have introduced and you know them, from tomorrow we will talk about what their drugs they have, the drugs they have in the medical field, the conventional medical field, and evidence-based medical uses, which are research backed. We will talk about them. We will talk about complementary and traditional usage. You see, it's a very long topic about one plant. That's why I decided as we finish with the neem plant. It can give you toxicity when you use. We will see how the toxic part comes out. It has so many usage. I've already named them several. Even in the complementary, when I'm talking of complementary, just know I'm talking about how it was used long time ago. So major neem toxicity, we will talk about it, like vomiting, seizures, metabolic acidosis, liver failure. That will be the last part. Encephalopathy means brain damage, and liver toxicity also will talk, kidney toxicity we will talk, and even reproductive toxicity, the production, we will talk about them, and even glucose. Now for today, I see no one has asked any question. Our time is up, 40 minutes, our time is up. So, or there is any question, if you have any question, please ask now before I log out. We will continue with our topic tomorrow. We see the other part of complementary versus conventional medicine and the toxicity. If you have a question, have it. But tomorrow we'll start with evidence-based medical uses. Evidence-based medical uses. So there is no question today. Or someone is typing. Let me see. No question today. Have a lovely day wherever you are. We meet tomorrow for continuation on evidence-based medical uses in relation to conventional medicine. Whoever is in Africa, lovely evening. Whoever is in the US, good morning and good night. Bye bye.